Welcome everybody.
Hello.
Our room's starting to fill up as well. Now, if you haven't found it already, on the top left-hand corner there's a blue chat type symbol. And if you click there, the chat will open on the side. So any questions that you have, if you don't want to turn your microphone on or you're having trouble getting a word in, if you type the questions in there, then hopefully I will see it, but other people might see it as well and we'll be able to get those questions answered. Of course, you can have your off-topic discussion there as well.
How come I can't see you?
You can't see me because I've got my screen shared at the moment. Do you really need to see me?
I still see what you're wearing today.
It's a shirt, would you believe? Now, just underneath the chat is the screen share. So I've got screen share turned on so that you're able to see my screen. So as we go through, I'll just click on the agenda now. You should be looking at the agenda. And so as I'm talking about different things will appear on the page. Okay. Now, if you were doing this with other teachers, of course, you could be doing exactly the same thing.
Now, I can't stay long. I can only stay for about half an hour.
No problems.
Sorry, if I just leave, you know why I'm not being rude.
Yep, no problems.
And Mark, I've just got a quick question. If I can't see your screen, at the moment I'm just seeing the self-reflected back. So I
I can only see you now, Andrew. What have you done? Talk.
Okay, so whoever's got their microphone on, the voice, whoever's the loudest at that point in time, their face will come up on the screen. Okay?
Yep.
So Andrew, you can't see my screen, is that what you're saying? Okay, so I'm wondering if you click on my name down the bottom. Did that help? Okay. Could I just ask people to mute their microphones at the moment? We're getting feedback from some source. Okay, now that's sounding better. So Andrew, if you could turn your microphone on. Okay, now if you can see my face, or name across the bottom, if you click on that, that should be able to enable you to bring my screen up into your computer.
I can't actually see your face across the bottom.
Yeah. Can you see an avatar of me, or can you see something that looks like a computer screen?
No. I did see an avatar earlier on, but there's not one there now.
Okay. And you're seeing 9 people across the bottom?
No, I've got 8.
Ah. That's very interesting. Lots of blank faces here.
Feature off and see if that makes it.
Okay, now I've just turned my camera off. I was wondering if that might make a difference. No, okay. If you click on the agenda, you'll be able to follow along with what we're doing.
Yeah, sure.
No problem. So just underneath the screen share was a capture button that will let you take a picture. So if someone's really close to the screen and making a good face, feel free to grab that picture and put it on Google Plus or something. We got a couple of Virginia earlier on. Google Effects. This is probably one of the more important ones because you can give people horns and headgear and mustaches, etc. We can also grab documents from your Google Drive using the little Google Drive symbol there. And underneath there is your control room. Now you may not have access to the control room because I started to hang out. But have a look. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. So any questions?
No.
Okay, great. So I'm just going to flip the agenda up. And the first item on the agenda is the Spotlight update. Now if you click where it says Spotlight there, you'll open up the Spotlight webpage. And this has been created over the last couple of weeks. Now, is there anybody out there who doesn't know anything about Spotlight yet? Everybody does? That's a good start.
Yep.
Alan, would you like to talk to it, or do you want me to?
No, you can go, mate.
All right. No worries. So, Spotlight's coming along. The dates are on the homepage, which is in November, the 6th and the 7th. There'll be a parent evening on the evening of the 5th. Probably the biggest things at this point in time is the competitions, and there's 3 competitions. Now, all students in the diocese received an email today.
In the last half hour, or
Yep.
it may take a little while to enumerate. Now, I did send it the first time and it failed. So I'll send it again, so those kids may get it twice. If it fails again, then they get it 3 times.
Okay.
So all staff got a copy of exactly what was sent to the kids.
All right. So the kids are being spammed by Alan, and
But I had introduced myself in the email, so it shouldn't be freaked out by
okay, good. So there's three different competitions. I don't know if people are familiar with the Raspberry Pi. It's a little microcomputer. One of the competitions is about creating a game on the Pi, and the other 2 involve robots that are quite easy to construct. This one can be constructed by a 6-year-old, and you have to program the robot to either avoid obstacles or to find and follow a line. Now, if that all sounds a little bit technical at the moment, I'm just flicking back to look at people's faces. Is anybody interested, or are they scared? Feel free to type in the chat. Interested? Pumped? No? Okay.
I keep losing you, Mark. I keep losing your voice. Is there a reason for that?
It would be bandwidth related on your end, I would imagine.
My end.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Okay, so what we do have coming up, and information will be released very soon, is 2 days on the holidays where you can come in for either part of the day or the whole day and learn about how to do any of those 3 things. So if you're not comfortable enough with any of those aspects of the competition, you can come in, you can learn how to build the robot, you can program the robot, you can do each of those things. So if you are interested in that, the opportunity will be coming up these holidays.
The form is going out right now.
Okay, the form is on its way out now, so if you check your email in the next couple of minutes, that will arrive. Any other questions about the Technology Expo Spotlight? Who wants to know how much it costs? It's free. Okay,
Sorry, what was that?
that's the important one, how much it costs.
Yeah, nothing, but there is no lunch either. No lunch, no money. You bring your own food. The lunch is on it.
Okay, so it's free, but you need to bring your lunchbox. Now, someone has their microphone on. We're getting feedback. Okay, yep, thank you very much, guys. Now, I can actually turn your microphones on and off, but of course it's much better if you do it yourself. So that's the Spotlight competition. The information about the competition has gone out to the students today. The information about the training during the holidays is on its way, shall arrive in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, back to the agenda. Now, those people who have been currently in doing one of our courses will have been introduced to the idea of a video snapshot, and just want to quickly take the opportunity to show you what a video snapshot looks like. And so there's a couple of quick examples here, but basically what we're looking for is a very short movie, 2 to 3 minutes, which is a snapshot of quality practice that's happening in some of our classrooms. Now, this is a national thing through all the Catholic Network Australia dioceses, and what we're trying to do is allow you to look at best practice within other classrooms. So we have a couple underway in our diocese already, and of course, if you're interested in creating one of these, we would love you to do that. Now, on this particular slide, there's 2 examples there. There's a Year 8 example, and there's an iPad primary school example with Creative Book Builder. I won't play the video now because bandwidth issues, we may have some kind of challenge, but it might be interesting for you to have a look at one of those videos if you're interested, and feel free to contact us if you are interested in creating a snapshot, because we'd love to come in and help you out. Now, there is a pro forma that goes with the snapshots, so you only need to get about 8 minutes worth of footage all up, and then you don't even need to do the editing. So the editing can all be done by someone else. So what we're after is teachers who are doing something exciting, interesting, and would like to share that with others. That would be great if you're interested. I can be in contact and help you out with that. Okay, now Lachlan is saying.
Mark, I think we've all lost your screen.
Okay. How's that? Are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
Okay, now what I did there, I went to full screen in a presentation, and I'd suggest it's
Okay.
tricked it and jumped back out, but thank you for telling me. All right, so back to the agenda.
I'll just put in a thing saying can they put their music something on the next one.
Okay,
Maria, are you taking us on a tour?
now, what everybody's been excited about, Central Reports update. Tim, would you like to come a bit closer to the microphone?
What's the exciting part? That's what I want to know.
Tim always excites me.
No pressure, Mark. Thank you. I didn't realise until today I was going to be talking, so I'm going to absolutely wing it. I apologise. Okay, central update is that all of you should be well underway with reports. I hope you've started. Some people have actually finished their printing today. Some people are in printing hell. Some people are not. If anyone at your school is still having trouble with printing, I strongly suggest you contact Help Desk. Hopefully very, very soon everybody's going to be finished doing their first semester of reports. And I would be very, very keen to actually have some feedback from other people as to how they thought it went. We will send out an evaluation, so keep an eye out for that one. Effective, I think, yesterday, the Continuum Tracker finally went live. We finally got our licensing issues sorted with that. And again, so I shouldn't be doing this update. An email will go around about that, so any further updates we need to send will be provided probably in the next couple of days, I would say. Our 4 multi-feature schools are going quite well. They're very confidently going through and setting up all of the remaining modules that they'll be using. They're basically your guinea pigs with those 4 modules, so you don't have to worry about them yet. Let the 4 multi-feature schools sort out all the teething problems, and hopefully you'll have a very streamlined solution by the time we're finished with that. I think that's pretty much the 2-minute overview. Does anybody have any comments or questions or criticisms of the way Central has been implemented so far?
I just wanted to thank you, Tim, for the really prompt response to any emails that I've sent you, and Michelle, fantastic support. So it's all going well thanks to your hard work. We haven't started printing yet, though. So
Yeah, that's probably for the best, don't worry. Thank you very much for your feedback.
Okay, very good, thank you, Tim. So, the 2014 course update. Some people may not have found this yet, but if you come to the Learning Technologies in the DOW website, you'll find there's a page there for each of our current courses that are operating. And if you go in there, you'll find a little bit of detail on each of the courses. The Innovative Primary Classroom and the Innovative One-to-One iPad Classroom have both commenced. And we had very productive first days, so we look forward to seeing how they develop. And the Powerful Portfolios. Christy, do you want to say anything about that?
Yep, it's still going, and we have another day. A few of the classes, schools have been running well with that, and we've got another day next term to wrap it all up.
Okay, so with that particular website, what we're trying to do is use that as our one source for information. So obviously that's going to develop over time, and we'll get more and more course resources up there. So back to the agenda, we're doing pretty well today. Could be the shortest meeting ever. The 1 2015 one-to-one bring your own iPad rollout planning schedule. Now that was Dave's item, and he hasn't made it here yet, so we might leave that to the end. I think. Okay, we're just mumbling in the background here. We might just go through to Doctopus.
I just want to highlight to everybody, I don't know whether people are aware of, I've been working with a few schools with using Doctopus. So Doctopus is actually, if you go into Google Drive and go to a spreadsheet, with the new add-ons, there's an add-on called, oh, someone's got their microphone on, sorry I'm repeating. There's an add-on called Doctopus. So I'll just show you very quickly. So we go to Drive, and the thing I like about, and I think people should be having a crack at this and having a look at it, is that with the add-on, what it will do for you, it will actually create folders for you, for your students. It will create a view-only folder, a edit folder, and an individual folder for every one of your students. And then what it will allow you to do, so we go add-ons, Doctopus, and then what it will allow you to do is it will allow you then to push documents to your kids like a photocopier. And it is really, really, really easy to do. Now today, most of you would have received an email from a teacher at Gwynville today. Because when we did it, she accidentally created the folder, the spreadsheet in the iPads in maths, iPads in the primary classroom folder, so then it automatically added all those people to it, so everyone would have got a document. So yeah, you go through here and you select a roster. So you build a new roster. It's really, really easy. On the sheet, okay, and you create a roster. So what it does, it gives you a new spreadsheet, and all on this new roster, you just put in the kids in your classes' first name, last name, and email. So I did do one before, so I'll just do me really quickly. Okay, and I refresh it. This will save all the hassle at the beginning of the year of your kids creating folders and sharing them with you. Oh, this might not, because it's not me. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to, oh, it doesn't like me. Oh, then I'm going to give it to Mark. Because I've created, because I own the folder, it probably doesn't like giving it to me. So refresh it. I'll give it a name, so I'm going to call, you would call it your class. So see, I'm going to call it, come on. Oh, I've changed that field accidentally. Didn't I? Did I? Sorry. I'm sharing it to myself. Bad demo. Okay, here we go. Hopefully. Okay, so I'll give it a name. I'm going to call it demo. Okay, I'm going to create class folders. And if you have a look here, it gives me a folder for me. This is a folder for where I stick all my work. This is a folder where the kids can edit documents. And this is a folder where the kids can view, only view. And then it creates a folder for each student. If I had lots of students down here, it would create a folder for each of those students. I create and share. And then it automatically creates the document, the folder, waiting. And you can only do 40. 40 is the max, so you'd have to do 1 per class. Thinking. Coming. Anyway, it's really easy when the network's working. So and it goes through and does step by step for you for how to do it. It's going. Let's keep going. It is a network. It has to be. It's not what. All right. So we go save the roster and continue. It's quite slow. And then it gives me, it'll allow me to give a document to every person in the, here. So we can go in here. Individuals get all the same document. Okay, I can allow the class here to edit if I want, or I don't allow them. I can allow the student to edit. So you can set the parameters up as you wish. Save and continue. Okay, so I'm going to find where the assignment is. There's nothing in that folder at the moment because there's nothing there. So if I choose a different folder and get one of Mark's documents, oh, it might be a bit scary. So we go to So we go into this folder. I'll pull something out of that. It actually goes to that folder. And I can pick an item. So I'll pick the prayer and save and continue. And what it does, it'll push a copy of that prayer to, obviously if there's a whole class there, it'll go to the whole class. And over here it actually, so call it prayer. And it will give the first name, last name of every student who's there, and it'll give it a name. So if I call that prayer and save and continue. And what I love about this is it actually gives me a link in the spreadsheet to every document that is created. So run. And once you've got the roster set up, this part, it is really easy just to keep adding documents to the kids. And you can turn the documents off so that the kids can't edit them after a certain date. So here it goes. It's given me the file name, the key, and then the link, and last edited. And also allows me to put a grade in there and any feedback. So if I click this now, it'll go to the prayer. So it's named it Mark Woolley and prayer, and here's the prayer that I just pushed to him. So imagine that in a class, instead of the kids having to do the whole file and make a copy, it just pushes it to them like a photocopier. So it's really worth having a look. If you go onto YouTube, Jay Atwood does a much better explanation than I did. So you might want to have a look. So you can transfer the ownership to the students, you can send them a feedback email, you can embargo the docs, and you can add a rubric. So a rubric is like a marking rubric for the document that you're going to do. So yeah, it's worth having a look at. It might make your life with sharing docs with the kids much easier.
Christy, I was just going to say, we were using it today.
Yes.
And it was absolutely fantastic. But I didn't do the folders because I'm not the classroom teacher.
Yeah.
But I just pushed single documents out to edit to the 2 Year 4 classes and the Year 6, and it worked perfectly doing it that way. But I will investigate the folders when I work with the teachers to teach them how to do it. But you can just do it without doing that, just so you know.
Yes. Yes, you can, but yeah, that's an easy way to get started. And once you've done those folders, you can actually go into the setup and start just at the part of sharing a document.
Okay, now, interestingly, it seems like Virginia is the only one who's getting feedback when she leaves her microphone on, so I'm wondering about her particular setup. Do you have your speakers facing the laptop? Are you on a desktop? What's different?
I'm just on my little MacBook Air, so just on the desk.
Okay. And
I'll turn it off.
no, I just wondered why yours is the only one that's happening on. But thank you very much for that. So, just interesting to note, we're now at 10 participants, and 10 is the maximum number for a hangout. So, well done to everybody. We didn't blow it out, although we're on the borderline, which is nice. Now, I was wondering, while Christy was doing that demo, could you see the screen clear enough to follow what she was doing? Okay, excellent. So I wondered if it might just be worth showing a couple of add-ons in Google Drive, because a lot of people haven't been playing with these yet, and they're quite interesting. So I'll make my screen a little bit bigger here. Now there's lots and lots of different add-ons for Google Drive. So if I click on add-ons there, let's cancel that one. If I click on add-ons, you'll see that there's a number there that I've already added. Now I'm just going to spend 2 minutes to show you a couple. The Bible verse is pretty good because it allows me to open up the Bible and I can search for something in the Bible. So if I'm looking for something on, say, sharing, I can type that in and it will go away and it will search through the Bible and look for a reference that references sharing. And then I can click wherever I want to insert it, and I'll click insert verse, and it will insert that particular verse and reference where it's from. So that one could be quite useful for you in your classroom or your students. Now another one that I quite like is MindMeister, and what this will do is it will let me select a list. So I've got a list of ADOGs there, and if I come up to my add-ons in MindMeister, it will turn that list into a mind map. So the very first item on the list is going to be the item at the center of the mind map, and then all the other items on the list are automatically mind mapped. So might be an interesting way to get something to look a little bit different to what it normally looks like. This one is really cool, but it does require a little bit of bandwidth, so we'll give it a try, shall we? So you notice I haven't said the name. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but Kezina, maybe? So what this does, do we have any Japanese speakers out there? Okay, now you'll notice that I have to accept a couple of things here. Now, with this particular tool, you have to do that with each time that you do it. Virginia, I'm just going to mute your mic again. Okay. So you can see now on the screen this particular document that we're working on. Now, the benefit of this one is that we can leave comments like we could before, but I can actually record my voice leaving a comment for the student. So I might select this particular verse. And I was going to say allow, and remember the key. And then Okay, got to follow the instructions. Okay, so now, if I click on record there, it's going to record my comment for the student. So I might tell them that they've done a wonderful job finding an appropriate reference from the Bible. And I'll click stop there. Now the student's going to be able to access this document along with the audio comments on the document. So for teachers who want to give more extended feedback, or they want to be able to leave an audio comment rather than typing everything in, this is a pretty good tool. Now you do have to give it permission for each document that you want to leave comments on. So those couple of clicks where I left a couple of, I'd say yes and no, I'll do that each time. And the last one, which again is something that I don't think we do all that well typically, or our students don't do all that well, is referencing. And so what this add-on will do, there it is, Easy Bibliography Creator. It will let me cite all the references that I've been using and then reference them properly. Okay, so if I know which book I was using, someone got a book for me. The Dog. There must be a book called The Dog. And it will go away, it'll search for books. If I find the particular book, that one there, I'll select it, and then it will add it to my sources list at the bottom of the document. Okay. Now I can also do the same thing for journal articles, and I can do that for websites. Now if you're not sure about how to add add-ons, you just click on add-ons and you click get add-ons, and there'll be quite a massive list up here, and you can go through and add the ones that you think are going to be of use to you. I would suggest you click on education, and that's going to give you a bit of a head start for the ones that might be useful. Any questions on that one? Okay.
I'm going to talk about kindergarten.
Okay.
Okay. What we started our, and we sort of need a little bit of your help. Kindergarten, what's it called? Oh, it's on the, where's the document? No. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay, Kinder Connecting. This document. So what we started, I started it today at St Bridget's at Winville, and I have put this out to other schools. Whoever wants to join is more than welcome. Okay, so it's a site that we're trying to get kids to kindergartens to share their writing. So at St Bridget's this morning, the teachers with their iPads just wrote a little bit of a blurb about what they've been, the writing, and put a sample of the child's writing up onto the page. And what I'm asking is if people can come in and make some comments on the kids' writing. So we're trying to get as many schools as we can to just put little bits of their kindergarten writing. All it has to be is like 2 sentences like that, a header and some pictures. It'd be really great just for all the different kindies to share and comment on each other's writing, because you know, and it's all done on an iPad. So if you're interested in doing that with your kindies or whatever, just give me a yell and we'll try and connect you all up. So we're trying to get as many people as we can onto it. So it'd be really good to see the kids sharing their writing and commenting and looking at each other's writing. So that's all about that. So if you're interested, just let me know.
Okay, if you refresh your agenda, you'll see the Jeanette's next. It's an overdrive.
Just a reminder, any of the one-to-one iPad schools, I'm happy to come out and walk your kids through joining Overdrive and showing them the ins and outs of what's available. So just flick me an email and I'll come visit. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now, it's been a little bit quiet from the participants out there, so I'm wondering if anybody has anything to share. Anybody out there have anything to share? Anything they want to comment on? You'll need to unmute your mic. Tony, how are you today?
I'm great.
Okay, so people seem to be a little bit shy, that's fine. I do have a question for you. Some people have been on the VC experience before. I believe most people probably have been. How do you compare this to your VC experience? And moving forward, would you prefer to go for a hangout or would you prefer to go with VC?
Chat.
Mark, I prefer the hangout because you can do it in your classroom or wherever, and it's just quick and easy. Just jump on.
Okay, thank you.
Look what they're doing.
There's quite a few people nodding there.
Hangout looks good, thanks Mark.
All right, great. Now, also, a few people have been using the chat. I really like the chat function as a way of, keeping people engaged. I've just noticed there's a question there about the add-ons and the iPads, and the add-ons will only work if you're viewing in a browser and you're in desktop view, and even then it could be marginal. So you'll need to test that add-on by add-on.
They do work, but they just depends how fat your fingers are.
Okay, well, so you need to use the VC just to justify the money. Yeah. 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 No problems. All right, well, if no one has anything else to add, we might as well finish up. And thank you very much for your time.
I think David wanted to know what schools we're doing next year for the iPads. Like as in, no, as in, within doing doing parent rollouts and stuff, like suggesting that people start thinking if they're going one-to-one next year, having their parent rollout before Christmas. So for your year 5s for next year, that we're having the parent rollout, getting the iTunes Apple ID set up before the kids get the iPads at Christmas time, so that the Apple IDs are set up before the kids get the iPads, and they're putting in the new DOW ones, not old ones, because of the hassles we've had with changing IDs.
Yeah, the last month or so we've had a couple of iPad rollouts where it's been significantly more challenging than it should have been, or it has been in the past. And one of the biggest contributors to that is the Apple ID situation. So we do always encourage you to plan early, and we're all available to help you out with that kind of stuff. Don't feel like you have to do it by yourself. There was about 60 of the IT team out of the school a couple of weeks ago helping out. So there's lots of support there, but the earlier we get onto this kind of stuff, the better it is for everybody.
So even if the kids don't have the iPads now, and even if they get them at Christmas time, you can still create the Apple ID ready for the parents giving the iPads to the kids at Christmas time, so that when they open it up and get it out of the box and on Christmas Day and set it up, it's set up with the correct credentials, so that we don't have to go in it later on and change them around.
I know, speaking from experience, our school's looking at going one-to-one. We are going one-to-one in 2015 next year, and we're even having an informal parent discussion and forum before we even have the rollout later on in the year. So that's happening early next term, and Dave's coming out to help us with that too. So we're even sort of starting there before we even
Yeah, it's just a suggestion to make it smoother, that do the Apple IDs this year rather than next year, at the beginning of next year, before the kids get the iPads.
Okay, thank you very much to everybody. Now, I have recorded the whole session today, so I can chop that up into the appropriate bits, and if people want to access little parts of the session, we can do that. Does anyone think that would be useful? Otherwise, I can just leave it as one big chunk. Would you like it chopped up? All right, chopped it is. Excellent. Bit more work. All right, no problems. Thank you very much for attending.
A quick question for you.
Yep.
Have you guys experienced any schools having trouble with parental locks?
Yes, yes. Parents putting the restrictions on the iPads and allowing the kids not to do anything. Yes.
Because that's not very right. Had having to pay with iPads and able to get. How do we manage that properly?
You have to repeat it.
Could you just repeat the question for us, please?
Okay, so at John Terry, we need to be able to use the iPad. It comes through because of the different lock.
Yeah, you're going to need to work with the parents to get them to unlock the iPad.
Okay.
It's not something that you can control.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
My question is, why are you guys putting stuff on iPads anyway?
Oh, we had to, one of the students, because they're using Meraki, which is their management system, and they had to restore the iPad, but then there was a few students that had parental locks from the parent side of things.
Okay, so why did you have to reinstall it?
Oh, we had to do, there was an issue with one of the network, we had to redo because of the network settings, and we were told to re-image it, but then we couldn't get through it. So I just didn't know if any other schools have issues with parents putting parental locks on their iPad.
It's why trouble when you manage stuff.
Okay, thank you very much to everybody for your attendance, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Any issues, give us a call.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks.
Thanks.